Sequoia, one of the world's leading venture capital firms, published a blog post which has sent shockwaves through the entire industry. This is not the opinion of some crazy guy on YouTube. It's from one of the most well-connected investors in the industry. And the line that's haunting everyone is this: the next trillion-dollar company will be a software company masquerading as a services firm. It's not a prediction, it's telling us that the rules of the software game are now being written right in front of us, and it's spoken by someone at the forefront of industry. Now, I saw this trend years ago because I recognized a lack of analytical capability in mid-market manufacturing companies. But they didn't want to buy another tool, they just wanted the problem solved. So my solution was an outsourced intelligent platform designed by industry experts. And that's exactly what Sequoia is predicting today. Now, for 3 years, I've been trying to educate both investors and customers that they need to be thinking differently in the future because of AI. And look, this channel is part of that story, but let me be honest, it has not been easy. Venture capital, particularly in a small market like Australia, is about pattern matching, and going against the trend here is incredibly hard. You would not believe the number of times I've been told by investors that services-led growth is never going to scale, even if you have some of the most incredible cutting-edge technology on the market today. But here it is, written black and white by one of the industry leaders. And I've got to tell you, I was so happy when I saw that come out. For 30 years, software has been a tool, and you bought a license for that tool, and then you did all the work. Your accounting software might cost you a few $1,000s per year, but the accountant who uses it might cost 10 times that amount. The software wasn't where the value was created from the work. And once you realize that, the equation changes entirely. So in the world of artificial intelligence, we've got to stop thinking about whether we can make customers buy a tool that makes them more productive and start thinking about whether we can just do the work for them. Sequoia is drawing a line between what they call copilots and autopilots. A copilot is a tool, and autopilot is an outcome. That's the critical distinction between existing technology and what I'm proposing with Kiraa. I'm trying to sell customers the outcome, not sell them a license for another SaaS product. The critical insight here is that for every dollar spent on software, there's many more dollars spent on the services that surround it. So the addressable market for autopilots like Kiraa isn't the software. It's not replacing Power BI, Tableau, or data warehouse. It's replacing the labor spend surrounding those activities. And that's a completely different number, a completely different business model, and an entirely different product category. The rules of software have changed, and this is a category reset. Now, this is where it gets personal for me because I've been trying to raise capital in Australia, and what I keep running into is an investment community that's pattern matching from what they see overseas. And what they see overseas is last cycle's playbook. I'm being measured against frameworks that were built for copilots, and they're being applied to a world that has already moved on. So often when I speak to an investor, they say that Kiraa is just going to compete with Power BI and Tableau. Having worked in large corporates for 30 years, I know how much time and effort goes into preparing low-level analytics like month-end and sales forecasting. I don't want to sell you a license for a dashboarding or reporting tool. I want to sell you the engine that powers your algorithm. That's what makes us a new type of business, not a services firm in the traditional sense, but in a sense that you're substituting human intelligence for artificial intelligence. And now, according to the smartest venture firm on the planet, that's exactly where the next generation of category-defining businesses is being built. I'm still hopeful that I'll find investors who get where I'm coming from, not just following the pack, because the rules of the software are being rewritten. The Sequoia blog post is well worth reading, and if you're an investor in this space, I'd love to hear your insights. And if this technology might be relevant for your business, please reach out, and I'd love to have a discussion. And even if you just find this idea interesting, please drop your feedback in the comments below. It's taken me a while to go through everyone's comments, but I do read and respond to each one. And of course, if you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.